Hi traders, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to our TTW trading trading live session on Thursday. I'm happy to be with you the next 60 minutes, maybe a little bit more. So I hope you can hear me on all channels. I'm streaming on Discord, I'm streaming on YouTube, and I'm streaming on Twitter. I hope so, yes, everything is fine. So I'm sharing my screen. I'm sharing my screen here on YouTube and as well here on Twitter, on Discord. So stay with me the next 60 minutes or a little bit more maybe. Depends on what the market will do, and then we will see what we can do about what we can trade in this market live. And I would like to to continue the discussion we have had 2 days before. Before I start with that, you saw the CPI numbers coming in today 1 hour before, and they were absolutely positive. So the market jumped up, and right now the market is trading 142 points. 142 points in the pre-open. That can be a scary day, of course, because the highest raise I saw was 190 points. I think it was last week or the week before. No, 190 points. Now we are already 140 points up in the market, and that's simply something which is absolutely amazing. The market is absolutely positive and hopes that the next interest rates decision, which is planned for December 22, that the Fed won't raise the rates as they intended to. So CPIs, it's better than expected, and that makes the market jump up into this spheres of about 3890, 3900 then. And yes, we will see if we can maybe even do 200 points in a row today within this market. If you have questions, you're welcome to discuss with me and maybe with us. Not sure if Philip or others are with me here today, but anyway, let's spend the next hour together here with ES, future trading, and TTW-TradeFinder for Bookmap. It's my pleasure to be with you. And first of all, I would like to pick up the discussion we had 2 days before in the Discord room. So I hope everyone can hear me here on this channel. Let me check that everyone can hear me, and just a moment, I have to fiddle around here with my technique. And okay, everything seems good here. We have a discussion 2 days ago about TradeFinder and Bookmap and how to trade. First of all, for everyone who might be new or who is already with TradeFinder, we say very clearly that TradeFinder is a market analysis tool. That means a real-time market analysis tool. Every signal, every point, every square or flag or whatever you see on chart is true. I raised a question on 2 days before in our Discord room. Is every signal you get on the chart tradable? And I have, yes, defined for myself long time ago a 4-pillar strategy. That means I want to know what is the direction of the market. There are only 3 possibilities we have: up, down, or sideways. When I understand that, then I'm trying to, then I'm doing my trades, either I'm in the market or if I don't recognize the, how to say, the direction of the market right from the opening or whatever time you trade, it doesn't matter. Then I wait for pullbacks, and this is where TradeFinder kicks in. That means TradeFinder analyzes with the highest accuracy every signal in the market which you have defined and set for a certain instrument. That means if you're trading ES, we are given some examples. If you're trading CL, then you will see, then you will have other settings, gold as well, stocks as well, treasuries, and so on. Every single instrument trades with its own volume and liquidity. And thus, when I say that, you must understand the interaction between market volume or aggressive volume and average liquidity. Then when you know what the market is doing, is it heading up or it's heading down or whatever, sideways, then you can take action. You can use the market volume stops. You can watch the stop runs, for example. You can see if there is some significant absorption at a certain reversal point. That's the point. That's the level where the TradeFinder kicks in, where the TradeFinder gives you the best signals and reliable signals. But first of all, as we discussed on Tuesday, you must understand the context of the market. It's really I don't like the word context, but anyway, I think it's good to mention that the context of the market. And then you should take your action. The fourth pillar of my trading is simply the levels I have. I'm posting them for free here on our Discord channel. These are options levels, these are institutional levels as well, and I'm doing the daily levels as well. That means high, low, pre-open, pre-high, pre-low, pivot points, and yesterday VWAPs and so on, the value area low, value area high, for those who are interested in or who are watching the volume profile and so on. So that's our offer, and it's for free, ladies and gentlemen. So it's up to you, as everyone, yes, every time, everyone, every time, to make the best of. And I'm trying to show you how to use this information, but you have to have a strategy, and I'm sharing my strategy. It's very simple. What is the market? Where's the market heading to? If I miss the main move, then wait simply patiently for a pullback. That's the best and the best possibility, the highest probability to get into a very nice and good trade. And then watch TradeFinder. TradeFinder is an amazing tool, ladies and gentlemen, believe me. It's maybe one of the best in the market. I'm not saying the best, but one of the best in the market, because it's based on MBO data and high quality data. It is in real time. There's nothing is lagging here in the on your chart when you use TradeFinder. Everything is really in real time, and you can make your decisions. You can make simply your trading execution based on TradeFinder. Now today it's quite easy to answer. What is the first question? What is the direction of the market? What is the direction of the market? It's absolutely easy. You know, 140 points up. Meanwhile, 148 points up, 148 points the market is up. But anyway, keep in mind following. The market jumped up from 37.70 roughly into 38.50, means 60-70 points. The market is 60-70 points up. And that means that the market left a lot of uncharted area between 37.70 and 38.50 or 40 or whatever. And by the way, yesterday close was 38.55. I think it was 38.55. I think yes, 37, 3755, 3755, that was yesterday's close, that was the gap. And by saying that, I know that every gap will be closed, so not necessarily today. So I'm not saying that it's going to be closed today. Not saying that it will be closed today, but keep that in mind simply because there's an uncharted area between 37.17 roughly and 38.40 or 38.50. So keep that in mind because the market jumped up and these areas will be tested, these areas will be closed, and it's hard to say that for those of you who are following volume profile, market profile, you will see that this area, or you believe that this area will be closed. We will see that, we will maybe in next days or next weeks, I don't know. But anyway, keep that in mind when you analyze the markets day by day. I have a question from Humphrey here is, was the 930 short tradable? Yes, it was, because it was in liquidity. But however, I'm not doing that at the moment because I'm simply waiting a little bit at the since the open, or at the open. But you see, it was because liquidity was there. We have a lot of absorptions up there, and I can't see this signal because it's overlapped here. A lot of nice little signals. Keep in mind the market will make a break here. Maybe the market went up for 100 points in a few minutes, and that's simply something unusual. It's an unusual activity, of course, here. And by the way, watch the market volume is high, 4,500, 5,000, and the liquidity on average for ES. I'm talking about ES right now. Our ES future is 60. That means this is really something which must be digested by the market. What I would prefer right now is to see if we can get a really nice pullback, which is now regularly, yes, which is from 3,900 here into 38.77 in that area. They pulled the liquidity here at the POC. If this is really an area where I would like to go long or to take a long position, settings for NQ, please go into our Discord room, instrument settings, everything is there, or TTW-Trader.com instrument settings. Please go there to TTW-Trader.com instrument settings, and please apply the the predefined settings for NQ, gold, oil, and so on your chart. And by the way, if you do so, you will get automatically the cloud notes and as well the order DOM, if you like it. Now you see what happens. What is happening right now is simply three very nice signals in a down in a correction here, in the pullback, and that means the market, yes, is retreating here a little bit, not with a really big euphoria here, but anyway, it's trading down and making a break. You see three signals, every one of them was good, because you know the discussion was, if you take every single signal, some traders are simply disappointed because it does not work. And therefore, I recommend, think about my 4-pillar trading strategy. I'm sharing that for free. You don't need to spend a lot of money to do so. What is the direction? Either if you realize what the direction is, then please wait until the pullback. The market makes the pullbacks, of course, swings back, retracing. The traders are taking the profits, and then take your action in a clear trend market, and then use the TradeFinder. Use the TradeFinder because it's the best tool for Bookmap so far. It's a real-time tool which analyzes the market structure, the data structure for you, and it depicts them, paint them, or graph them on the chart. So the market is around POC. So if you have questions, let me know. I'm trying to do yes, based on our discussion in the Discord room, trying to show you how we as a team use TradeFinder in our daily trading. And we have some great guys in our Discord room who are using and trading really extremely well. So they can pick the bottoms and the tops of, yes, instruments like gold, oil, ES futures, even treasuries as well. That's simply amazing. So stay in the Discord room, discuss with us. We have two communities, the German one and the international English one. It's simply amazing, and it's really fun for me to have now, today, 1 hour with you here, maybe a little bit more, to get some kind of relaxation here in trading. And by the way, we discussed on every day. I'm not tired, but it's always the same. You know, you need patience in trading. You need patience. Simply, you need patience in trading. There's nothing you can force or you will force. So yeah, as well in the discussion, I know the behavior. You know, when the market starts to trend into a direction, then what is, yes, I'm talking about myself. So, you know, I want to be a part of this move. I want to be a part of this move. And mostly I'm simply joining the market. It doesn't, yes, market somewhere. And then my experience was, in most cases, not all cases, but most cases, market retraced right now when I'm in the market, when I'm in the trade, and I got my stop hits, and I've got my stop hit, and that's really annoying. Sometimes it works because when the market is strong, then you can ride a market for 10, 20, 30 points like today. There's a question from Humphrey. Is this a good setup to short your base? I don't see. Oh, you're referring to this red squares. This is up to you if you want to take them. So what I'm doing here is simply waiting for pullback. I'm waiting, let me simply say, for white square here because the market is up. The market is up. The market is in an uptrend. So if you answer the question in what trend, or yeah, what is the trend of the market, then you must answer today. It's in an uptrend. Yes, we have a pullback. We have a reversal here, and if you want to trade it, that's okay. That's okay. Take your risk. You have a risk here of maybe 1-2 points, not more. 1-2 points here, 1-2 points here, 1-2 points here. Risk. Stop. If it goes, stay away from the market. My preferred action would be the market trades down somewhere here. I see a stop run. I see volume stops as well, absorption at a level. Yes, thank you for that. So I forgot one, confluence. So yes, all the signals are true. That's an absolute important statement. All these signals are true. But the next questions are all these signals tradable? To a certain extent, yes. It depends on your risk. It depends on how you trade, what you trade, and it's extremely individual. There's no general answer on that or for that. The question for myself, I would like to ride a trend when the market, when I understand what the market is doing. That's quite simple. I don't have anything else but this approach for myself, and our colleagues, I know them, they are trading the very similar way on that. Humphrey, to answer that, if you want, you can take this trade as short, because the market is now in a position where it takes a break here. But keep in mind my first pillar is, what is the direction of the market? I have a freeze here because, yeah, now it's going on. It's going further. So what is the direction of the market? Please answer that for yourself. You can use a candle chart, daily candle chart, 30-minute candle chart, 10-minute candle chart, or whatever you have on your, whatever charting system you have, doesn't matter. You will quite easily understand what the market direction is. However, to get a complete and whole picture of the market, I would like to point you that this very hard move up left a lot of untraded areas and untraded prices, or untested prices. And keep in mind, gap is 130 points below the current price, the best bid offer BBO here.
SPY, market volume stop buy.
And by the way, you know, my trading philosophy is not only to watch the ES mini, E-mini and others. I'm watching very seriously, and I am obeying the volatility indices as well. I'm watching the gammas, I'm watching options as well, just to get an idea what the market is doing and will do. So if you, yes, my advice is not only to watch one single chart, watch the underlying, watch the instruments where the real big money is moved around. That's important. That's important for every trader. So you will see me pointing to the VIX, to the SPY as well. And by the way, look at, if you're watching VIX, see the big gap in the VIX as well. So they are using stop runs simply to push the price to this level here. They're using stop runs here. You know, when a stop run is executed, all the stops will be executed market. That means they are pushing the price. They're using this kind of price movement as an acceleration, either to push the price further up or to get all the stops and then immediately reverse. So they are simply killing the sellers and then reverse to buyer, yes, and the buying from us then immediately. Now what's quite interesting here is the stop run and volume spike. Because of the high volume, they are stacking liquidity here around 3,900. And while I'm speaking, yeah, that's the point. I'm missing this wonderful trade here. And that's the, You see the icebergs selling sweeps, 1,000 icebergs executed passively. They are selling, they are pushing the price down. That was a really nice sell area. That's what I would say. There's confluence. We don't know whether this breaks down 10, 20, 30 points, whatever, but it's confluence. There's more than one sign on the wall, to say it that way. Now screen is freezing again. This is simply because I have 20 charts open. 60 hours of historical data for each chart, and that makes the how to say makes the performance a little bit more slower than maybe if you have only 1, 2, 3 charts open on your Bookmap software program. What happens here? We have an important level at 3,900, and now 2,000 contracts have been sold by icebergs, using icebergs passively, and that might point to a certain kind of short selling. By the way, we have had yes, we have had, I tried to point out that on a few days ago, I can't remember when it was, where we saw 5,000–6,000 contracts have been sold using the sweeps actively or passively. Both sides are possible. So selling sweeps, selling big amounts, big numbers of contracts passively or actively. And the price went up for 20 points. That's always the surprising part. If you see that the price went up for 20 points and then it broke down very, very hard. So they covered then with a huge win on these days. We have always the discussion, is this hedging or short covering? Meanwhile, I'm really not sure if this is hedging, but meanwhile, I'm more and more convinced that this is short selling here. They are selling thousands of contracts to innocent traders, and then the market breaks down and they are going to cover. So the average at the moment is for them 90.91. I would say that's simply a theoretical discussion here. The price can go up to 38.90, 39.10, 20, who knows. Let's see if this comes true today. Not sure, but anyway, keep that in mind. And therefore, you can't see this. You know what's simply amazing is you can't see this information in any other charting program. It's not possible. It's simply not there. And when you know how market acts and what the big players are doing on the market, how they trade, how they disguise their intentions, how they chase the traders around the price, then you will value this kind of information on the chart right now. That's simply amazing. Now let's assume there's someone is 2,000 contract short. That doesn't mean that the market is dropping off this price immediately in the same second. No, that doesn't mean. You know, when you are short, you know more. Short selling is simply a behavior of knowledge. See a wonderful example of Wirecard. This banking financial institution Wirecard. There's a wonderful, not wonderful, I don't know, but there's a nice documentation on, I think it's Netflix, not sure, but see how short selling takes place. It doesn't take place right off here when they are selling here. It takes place when they are preparing themselves. The market can go against them for 10, 20, 30 points and suddenly trading back. Keep that in mind. Play with this thought, watch it, observe it, make your own yes, you can make your own opinion on that. $39 levels as well, and very nice institutional level here. Let me draw a line. What is the bright yellow chart on my line? The question here from fenestration, what is the bright yellow line on you? I suppose you're referring to this line here. This is the POC, point of control. Yes, thank you. That's the point of control. I think he refers to that line here. So even if we assumed or assuming that someone started selling here 2,000 contracts, they can start again to sell 1,000, 2,000 contracts far above. It's not saying that is not, and that's the point. That's not the how to say a signal where you can start to sell. You should always keep that in tight confluence, and tight, how to say, in a connection, in tight connection or coherence to the overall market. You must understand, you should understand what this is all about. So that's what I mean. TradeFinder is an excellent and wonderful and unbelievable market analyzing instrument. It shows you what's on the chart. And then it takes a little bit time to understand all this, because we are not used. If you come from as I did from normal candle chart, of course, this is a totally different world. And it takes a little bit time to understand what's how trading really works. As I mentioned, that it was Humphrey who asked. Yes, these are valid and true signals, because they are. Yes, they were draw on the chart here while the market was trading. That's all. Everything is true here. But the point is, you remember my 4 pillars, or my 4, whatever their directions, or how you want to call it. What is the market direction? You can trade it, but keep in mind the market is up. And even if you see the sell sweeps here, which might be short covering, we will see that maybe at the end of the day, it must not be immediately or immediate here. Maybe at the end of the day, we will see that this market is extremely strong, maybe good for 200 points today. And then suddenly, when you don't expect it, it drops down and drops back 100 points. That's simply absolutely crazy. No, Humphrey, no, that's yeah, Humphrey, I can't answer you the question, your questions right, and saying by saying yes and no. That's not possible that way. You know, I'm reading the market, and the context for myself, as I see the market, is we have had a stop run at exactly 3,900, and then this big order started to come in. So based on my discussions and experience, is that some of the traders, when they see this sell sweeps, these big contracts, sweep is an order ID with 1,000 lots, 1,000 contracts, that they are going to, or that might be a sign, to go short. You know, reading the market is simply what everyone should learn, and that is only done by experience. There's no shortcut. I'm sorry to say that. Therefore, I can't say yes or no. It depends on who you are, what is your trading style, what is your risk aversion, what is your ability to take risks on your trading. There are a lot of questions. You are a different person than I am, and you are a different person than everyone in this room, or who is watching this video here, is simply and totally, yes, and is an individual. And I can't answer you, is this a good signal to go long or to go short? In my world, from my perspective, I see that this interesting sign, and I mentioned it before, that the market might go up maybe 20-30 points against him. Let's assume this is a guy who is selling 2,000 contracts. And by the way, I'm referring to our discussion, I'm not sure, I think it was a Monday, where we saw 6,000-7,000 contracts sold, and the market went up 20-30 points up. To answer your question, Humphrey, I would say you have to buy here. But that's totally against the logic. Yes, thank you, Fenestration. That's a good explanation. So, you know, I would like to answer your questions like yes and no. That would be the easiest way, but I can't. I'm reading this market. I'm simply reading this market. And what, by the way, the only point I regret at the moment, or I not regret, but which maybe I missed, because I said that the market is up. I'm looking for pullbacks, and that's the area here at 38.70, 72, where I would have expected a volume spike, stop run, whatever, around the POC. That would be that's the point. But I wouldn't go short. I would like to ride the trend was up, 38.75 into 39.15 here. That was something, yes, it would have been good, but anyway, it doesn't matter. There was no signal. POC was the only 1 point, so if you understand the POC, then that might be a good opportunity, or was good opportunity to go long. So first of all, keep in mind what is the market trend. If you're not in the trend, wait for pullbacks. That was one around the POC. Missing some interesting signals here. Bad demonstration for this we have as well. Good. Shorting was not bad as well, but keep in mind the trend is up. Yes, Humphrey, that should be seen. But anyway, think, you know, we have always the discussion, is this hedging or is this short selling? Meanwhile, you can have your own opinion, of course, of that. Meanwhile, my experience shows, because I've seen this kind of market behavior, trading and signals many times, and I'm saying that's simply short selling. Someone is starting to position himself here around 90, although the market is trading now in 13, 14, 20 here, 20, 30 points again. We will see that. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm learning from my experience, from my screening time, and I see that here on chart, and that's what I've observed. And I think that might be something where we should be cautious with long positions, although we are still in a very strong trend. The market is up already 168 points. 168 points. The market is up 168 points today. The highest point, the highest raise I saw was last week, week before, 190 points. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, maybe as well, some of you can remember times when the ES was trading only 5 points up and 5 points down, and the liquidity on each price level, on each tick, was 500 contracts.
SPY, market volume stop sell.
The worst case I don't like is, you see the price action here around the institution level here, around 39, 10, 11 here. You know, the market you see the liquidity above, which acts like a resistance at the moment. And the worst case is that the market breaks down for 50 points without any announcement here. By announcement, I mean something where we can lean on. That happens now and then, so be cautious and simply wait. That's interesting, you know. That's what I really don't like in trading. You see that on your candle chart as well. The market starts silently to drop off. Very nice dynamic iceberg here. You see, started here, lifted to 07, 3907 here. Sell iceberg, buy iceberg. Still, we have a high participation in the market volume, 3,400. A low participation on bid and ask, that means resting liquidity, resting orders. They are below 70. That's normally when we have announcement, this number drops to 20, 30, 40, 50 maybe. Then, and the 60, 70 is really nothing. There's no significant participation on the resting side in the market right now. The price dynamic plot, the question is here, Walter, how would you interpret the price dynamic plot PDP here above? We have designed the PDP based on the market volume and liquidity and on these bubbles here on Bookmap, just to give us an graphical and visual orientation. And the PDP, the price dynamic plot, is simply a depiction of sellers and buyers on the market, market sellers and market buyers. When you see red, you see this, I set it to the dynamic view here, and you see this red bubble here. It's not a bubble, but anyway, it expanded stronger than the band before. That means that was a high traded volume here, red. Red is always sellers. They are hitting the bids, they are hitting the bids, they are hitting the bids. This is nothing on ask and bid, but they are hitting the bids, and green is they are lifting the offer. They are lifting the offer. So at this moment we have had most sellers who are hitting the bids, and when they hit the bid and there's no there's no support on bid, then the price goes down, You know, the price yes, falls every time when there is no bid. If there is no bid, the price goes down. You see here, hard selling, PDP, price dynamics plot, hard selling. Now covered by
SPY, market volume stop sell.
No, it is based on market volume, aggressor order, aggressors. What I mentioned before is, you see there are not enough buyers right now. You see another shorting here, 400. And My impression at the moment, my impression at the moment is that they are trying to keep the price up to lure in buyers. Maybe that's only my impression, my interpretation of that, and then trying to pull the bid and get them all trapped. Do a simple math here. You see 2000 sold here, 400 sold here. Let's see what comes or what will come in the next minutes. At the moment, nothing to say here. I'm just watching and trying to understand what the market is doing here. What the market is, yeah, you see there's not power, but there's no excitement to buy more than necessary. The high yields are down as well. The SPY is down as well. So very hard to say what the market is about to do right now. You see the speed of the market participation right now is very clearly sideways. There is no, how to say, no interest. There is no interest in buying or selling right now. And now if you see this sideways going market, that means there's no interest, there's no power to the upside nor to the downside, or either to the upside nor to the downside. There's simply a sideways market that can turn in a second. But at the moment, stay calm, sit down, have a coffee, relax. One discussion on Tuesday, if you with us in the Discord room, remember the discussion and see please, I have, yes, I pinned the last messages or the last yeah, explanation about our discussion in the Discord room. So use normal technical stuff like draw a rectangle, draw a line, mark the areas which might be interesting for you, which are interesting, like I did here. Mark them. Make this area come to, yes, how to say, be conscious to you, to your brain, to see what is happening here. This is not the single possible technique in the world here. Use your technical analysis you have used before, or you're already using. Use it on the chart. Use it here on, take it, yes, draw your lines, your rectangles, whatever you are used to on the chart, simply to make it more, to be more aware of what is happening on the chart. To be focused, to be more aware, and then you will know what to do. TradeFinder gives you a wonderful example here. Look, that was in time. That was in time. I'm sorry, I'm not every time focused and concentrated, because I have to watch left and right to see if there's something to answer, to do in this educative session. But anyway, it is the way we trade. And if you didn't make 20 points here, you will get a second chance. You will get a third chance. So nothing to do here, ladies and gentlemen. Simply waiting. If you have some more minutes time, I would like to spend the next 30 minutes with you as well, because nothing spectacular happened. I just wanted to discuss with you our wonderful discussion on Discord, and therefore it is always good to stay with us. Even if I'm not every single hour around in the Discord room, we have great people like John, like Rhino, Chuck and others who will guide you or help you out if you need. If you have questions for myself, let them in the Discord. I will answer as soon as I can. And we conduct this educational session just to show you the possibilities of TradeFinder and how to read the market. And as mentioned before, I'm sorry to say that there's no shortcut. Please take your time, screening time. Don't be impatient. There's no instant solution in the market. You will always need time to learn to go through to be profitable by the time. And so the best is, if you're not under pressure to earn money, I'm sure it's always a pressure to pay the bills and to earn money, that's okay, but in trading it's counterproductive. And by the way, not the most, but trading is psychological. Like, yes, it's a psycho game. You have to have a strong mind. You have to understand, and then to train your fear center in the brain, which is the amygdala, part of the brain, of our brain, to manage the normal fear or risk effect, not to run when you see the tiger. I mean in trading, of course. I'm talking about trading. I'm sorry, there's nothing to do. So the only trade I saw was this one, long, because the market is long, although we are in a very tight range here. So I'm really not sure if this is simply to keep the prices up to lure in more buyers. Not sure here, because you see this is a sideways move, and when do you see sideways prices going on for 30 minutes right now, there's no interest in either buying or selling. That was a quite good interesting point where we discussed the best buying point was here, but I haven't seen, and that's that's something yes, I'm missing here, because that was the point where we should have bought this market, according to my trading philosophy. It must not be your philosophy, but I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. Reduce every signal on the chart. You don't need every number here. You don't need many numbers here. I have seen a lot of charts around, and I'm still wondering what the meaning is, having numbers all for every bubble here. We want to keep it as simple as possible. We want to make it as easy as possible. Yeah. These triangles here points to the order book imbalance. And the order book imbalance is dropping, coming down. Now you see how tight this market is. We have 3900 and 3920 here as possible targets. They're constantly adding, cancelling, adding liquidity, cancelling it. The market approaches 3920, adding a liquidity. That means resisting. Market approaches 3920, adding liquidity, resisting. And so the liquidity, the order book imbalance dropped to 3900 here. Not bad. Osterman, not bad. If you don't like the graph on in the subchart, then this yes, on my chart, you can customize them. On my chart is green triangles here and here are helping to determine the order book imbalance. Very nice DID, dynamic iceberg development. You see how they're selling 1021. Now it's it's hidden by this 1321 contracts here at 07.25. Let's see how this ends up here. That's quite interesting. My theory was that the market is reluctant to buy, to go up more. Maybe they need a decent correction or pullback. We have, I think, more than 2,000 shorts, 2,000 contracts who have been sold short. The iceberg is still open. You see how dynamically the iceberg evolves or goes forward. They traded 1,321 contracts, awaiting the next fill with 29 contracts. And this algo, be sure this algo knows more than we. By the way, the dynamic hidden order plot is the same when you put the icebergs as with little numbers here on the bubbles here. This is just to prevent numbers and to disguise the market action. You see this dynamic hidden order plot, which is a graphical presentation of every single iceberg, native iceberg. I'm talking about native icebergs. Not synthetic, but native icebergs. There are different other tools on the market. I'm watching this 07 very focused. Let's see if they can. Yeah, they are trading. They are going to trade it, maybe with a spike up and then coming back to 07 again. Nope. The algo isn't finished yet. The algo is still there. 07. It seems that the fish doesn't like the bait here at 07.25. So my trading idea was to watch for the 07, be traded. Maybe most of this, yes, most, yeah, not most, but sometimes the market, the price goes through 07 and comes immediately back through 07 and trading in 3900 here. You remember what I said? The worst case is if you see the market drops down without any significant information. Okay, you see what happened. The market is gone. 1,553 contracts traded. You see how smart these algos are, how smart this yes, the professions, the informed traders are, the algos are. The iceberg was all the time here at 07 and 25, 07 and quarter. And then there was no, the algo knows that there was no chance that the market is coming back here until 7.25, and then it dropped the order ID into whatever, 139 or 125, whatever, and then finished his order with 1,553 contracts. That's smart. That's simply smart. Question is now, if this is going to trade through 3,900. Yeah. By the way, we have a hidden order dome here. We have not on the dynamic hidden order plot here below. We have a dome. You see the hidden orders, the icebergs executed here on the ask, visualized by this bars, and that was a very strong. That means that this is a kind of resistance right now, and that's what I thought. They are going through 3,900, trading through 3,900 below, pushing the price down, and I'm not in. Let's zoom in to have a better view. My screen needs some time. Let me show you the SPY on my side. So I don't have anything to say here further on. I saw this wonderful signals on SPY, or I didn't see them, I saw them. I didn't see them because, excuse me, I didn't see them because I was, yes, here watching my screens and the questions maybe in the comments here. You see, I'm trying to get a holistic market picture. And to wrap up the discussion, join our Discord room, ask your questions there, take your time. I'm giving most of the information for everyone here, and I'm in the room and I'm pinned there. We are very open in our Discord room. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing we want to hide and show you the Holy Grail where there is no Holy Grail. So it's an intellectual challenge to trade, and you see how it works. On some days perfect, on some days it's more a challenge, a fight, and that's how we trade. Yes, I like facts. I like the most objective view on the markets, and therefore you remember the discussion 2 days before. I don't like to be cautious there, be cautious there, and don't go long, don't go short without any further explanation. That's nothing I want to have in our room here. This room is simply to watch, to learn, to discuss. I'm open for every single session, and to every single question. Excuse me. I'm just watching and my charts here, to every single question. I hate some ideologies, and that means if you're a trader, don't stuck with your ideology. If you are happy with that, and if you are profitable, so stay. Don't change. That's my advice. Don't change anything. If you are happy with your method, don't change anything. Stay with your method, but don't try to convince everyone to change its religion or whatever, because trading is the markets are chaotic, and we have to find a way through this chaos. By the way, I like this. Let me try if I somewhere I have. Yeah, I think it will be the motto of our Discord room. I don't know how to put it on the front of the Discord. I'm not sure how it goes, but Albert Einstein said or mentioned, you have to learn the rules of the game, and the trading is a game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. That's really true for trading, believe me. The more you understand the game, the better you count the cards, the better you see the emotions of your opponent in the poker game, poker, hold'em or whatever. The better you play, the better you are off. So the picture at the moment is that we have liquidity at 39.20, 39.15. The liquidity at 3900 was defended for the first time here. I need to move this liquidity PDP a little bit more above. 3900 was defended. That was an interesting point though. So we have the next target 15 and 20. Keep in mind, someone is short 20,000, 2,000 coins. Maybe he covered here. Oh, no, excuse me, he doesn't cover. He need to cover, I think, on bid. Someone sold additional 1,500 contracts here, 400 contracts here, maybe more in between. So I'm watching only the big ones. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so any questions so far? Let me know if you have some questions or what we should discuss for today. If so, please drop them in the room or here on YouTube. Okay, good. Then keep in mind what we have discussed. I told you my opinion, my trading strategy, which is quite simple. Look for pullbacks, and then in a trending market, let TradeFinder show you what is really going on the chart. That's a real-time market analyzing tool, and it will give you the most reliable information on the chart. Put everything together, watch even the institution level or important levels for you. Maybe you might have another levels where which you are watching or which you have on your chart, whatever. So and then that makes at least my, how to say, 4-pillar strategy, which is watching the trend, understanding the trend, riding the trend, if not in, looking for pullbacks. Let TradeFinder guide me and give me direction for the day, and then yeah, make some good points in the market. And for most of the time, most in trading is simply waiting and be patient until you see something. So thank you very much for your time with me today here in this educative live session. It was quite impressive today because CPI numbers were so exciting good that the market jumped up for 100. Let me look here, 168 points today. 168 points today. That's amazing. That's simply amazing. And we'll see how this ends for today. Maybe 200 points and more. Thank you very much. In Discord room, I will leave my streaming on here. So for the next hour until 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And I thank you for watching and being with us on YouTube. Have a great day. Have a great evening wherever you are. Enjoy your life first, and then be with us the next time. Next week we have a German live trading, live education session on Tuesday. I will conduct the next live trading and education session, on Thursday. Philip is doing a technical session on Friday, by the way, so please be with him. We have a German and we have an English one technical session about TradeFinder setups and further technical related questions. So be with him tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. And if you're interested to get more insights into TradeFinder, and watch our YouTube videos, and if you have some if you need further information, subscribe to our webpage. We do not spam, we just send out information, and have a look at our wiki. Thank you very much, and enjoy your life. Bye bye.